So good morning to all present here. Our sisters, teachers, support staff, and you, my dear students. It has been an hour of enjoyable display this morning. I must say that you did well. The way you delivered your report, and each of these items spoke of your commitment in performing well. It only goes to show that discipline is part of your education. I'm happy to witness it. I'm sure some of it was done at your last sports day. And so I can imagine your parents being happy at what you performed before them. It was truly a delight. My dear children, you are fortunate to be on this campus to get several opportunities to develop the various facets of your life. Each of these displays manifested your formation in these various aspects. I must congratulate your teachers for putting this program together. I would like to tell you a little story this morning. I'm sure you like stories and you hear plenty of them for your good mornings each day. Have you seen anybody walking on a tightrope? Yes or no? All right. If you've not seen in real life, you must have at least seen on a film. It was something that Don Bosco would do in his own time. He wanted to gather a crowd in order to communicate values to people around him, and he sought this method or this mode where he learned to walk on a tightrope. And people would come to see him do gymnastics the way you did. And at the end of it, he had something to communicate to them so that it would help them in their daily living. And so my little story goes upon a person who had trained himself to walk on a tightrope. So you have the rope fastened from one end to the other end. It could be a tree, it could be a pole, anything. And so a person started walking from one end to the other. And everybody was watching with rapt attention because they couldn't afford to distract the person walking on the tightrope. And when the person finished walking from one end to the other, there was a thunderous applause for his feet. And then he turned to the audience and said, "Do you think I can walk from this end to the other?" What do you think the audience answered? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, because they saw with their own eyes this man walking from this end to the other. So to walk from this end now, from the opposite end to the other, was not be difficult. And so the answer was yes. So he turned to the audience and said to them, he saw a child among them. He said, "Can you give me this child now to walk from this end to the other?" Because when he walked first, he had a big bamboo in his hand. So he said, "Can you give me that child? So I'll hold the child, not the bamboo, and walk from this end to the other." Do you think the people gave him the child? No. But why? They were sure he could walk from this end to the other. Then why did they not want to give the child? Any answer? Any guess? Who? All right. Yes. All right. So they were afraid the child could fall. Besides, they didn't know that man who was walking on the rope to trust him enough. My dear children, you on this campus are surrounded by good sisters and teachers who know you well, who are able to guide you, direct you, help you. What you could do on your part is to believe in them and trust them. That morning when the people watched this man walking from one end to the other, they saw, so they believed he could walk from one end to the other, but they did not trust him enough. But you, my dear young people, you know your teachers, you know your sisters. If you only believe and trust in them, believe me, you will reach the impossible. This morning when I saw you delivering the report with so much of confidence, it said a lot about you and your teachers. So if you correspond to what they tell you and do what is right, believe me, you will do the impossible. The best years of your life are exactly these years in school. Once you leave school, you become older, the challenges are different, and childhood will never come back again. So this morning I want to request all of you, my dear young people, obey your teachers and sisters. In the long run, you will be grateful. They tell you for your welfare. They tell you for your good. So believe and trust in them. And I'll tell you, you will never regret it. I want to thank you once again for the wonderful performance this morning and congratulate you for it. Good morning and God bless you.